The reign of George William, Elector of Brandenburg, may be one of the most indecisive in German history. From an empire ravaged by war, raids, torture, and other devastations, one must picture what was in the mind of one of the youngest rulers in history. Frederick the Great called him one of the worst leaders and was embroiled with and shifting alliances with different powers during the 30 Years' War. George William was born in Cologne, a twin city which was part of the older city of Berlin on the Spree River. He was the son of John Sigismund, Elector of Brandenburg, and Anna of Prussia. In 1616, he married Elizabeth Charlotte of the Palatinate state, which would, 2 years later, set up the stage for the Bohemian Revolt that would lead to the 30 Years' War, when Frederick V attempted to break away from the Holy Roman Empire. He only had one son, who would later become the Great Elector, Frederick William. His two daughters, Louise Charlotte and Hedwig Sophie, married Jacob Ketter, Duke of Courland and Stemmet-Italia, and William VI, Landgrave of Hesse-Kassel, respectively. Although the Treaty of Xanten gave Brandenburg-Prussia land in the west of the Holy Roman Empire in 1613, the growing state was contested during the 30 Years' War. George William inherited a divided state, with the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth holding vassalage in East Prussia, confirmed by Sigismund III, vassal in September 1621, and land in the region that surrounds and encompasses Berlin, called Brandenburg. He had involvement in the Polish-Swedish War of 1621 to 1625, and his venture with Sweden was far from over. In fact, it was just beginning. As a boy, George studied the 30 Years' War and sometimes fled to Poland to avoid the conflict, most likely because of his Calvinist beliefs. During his reign, he tried to remain neutral, but the Holy Roman troops entered and sacked his dominions anyway. Desperate for help, he sought an alliance with the Swedish king Gustavus Adolphus II, who would later ravage his domain of Prussia. When Gustavus Adolphus was killed at the Battle of Lutzen in 1632, George joined the Hillebrand League. The League's purpose was to stabilize the growing Swedish state and that of France, whose strength was nascent under the young King Louis XIV, and to redraw the map of Europe to its pre-30 Years' War's borders, according to the wishes of Swedish Prime Minister Axel Oxenstierna. The Prussian state did not fare well during the war, as it was plundered by both Sweden and the Holy Roman Empire. The League was dissolved by the Peace of Prague in 1635, and much of Prussia's population was diminished by at least 50 to 60%. One source claimed 75%. George William retired to Königsberg in 1637, where he lived out the last of his days, dying due to the loss of one of his daughters in 1640. Adam Schwarzenberg ruled the state.